Just outside the city of Atlanta, daytime baseball at the home of the Braves, SunTrust Park. Today it's the finale of this 4-game set between the New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves. It's Braves baseball on the show, and it starts right now. T.J. McFarland gets the starting assignment for the Braves. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season. And I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that. And hopefully he gets off to a good start. We'll see if that starts in this one today.
And that'll bring up Joey Wendle. He will lead this one off today. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. You know what, D-Row, nothing you'd like more than to win this one here. They've got a long roadie coming up. They'd like to win this one to get themselves on an airplane onto a long road trip on a positive note.
You know this, Dan, as well as I do. 10-game road trip, a lot of packing involved the night before this one. They're going to have to find a way to stay focused, win this ball game, and get on a happy flight.
And now a chance to meet the Mets. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Matt, I'm looking to see if Shin-Soo Choo can turn it around. Over the last 10 games, he's only hit 1 home run. And as a guy that hits in the middle order, they're expecting a lot more from him than just 1 bomb. The power just hasn't been there over this stretch.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Andrews is a player referred to as clutch by teammates, coaches, and of course the media. He seems to find himself in pressure situations often, and it's hard to find many instances where those moments have gotten the best of him. It just appears he really relishes the big spot. 3-0 now. A 3-ball, 1-strike count to the Mets shortstop. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know, Kenny Jansen, D-Row, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or miss.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
Well, when you go with a slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Step off the rubber and go to first. And he's back standing. Andres, base runner at first with 1 out. Called strike 0-2.
Hey, I'm a little shocked right there. Double play situation. He doesn't go with the sinker. He goes with the ordinary fastball in that situation.
And he looks at a sinker for a called 3rd strike. And now there are 2 gone. Next up, the 2-way Japanese import, Shohei Ohtani. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. First delivery to him on the way. And that one just missed outside. Missed with a slider.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Two-0 count. The pitch is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
And the pitch on 2-1. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 2-out base runner aboard in the top of the first. Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Mets leave 1. Mets 0. Braves coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. German Marquez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, this series has been a little bit of back and forth, dropping the first one, finding a way to battle back, and then dropping the third one in this 4-game set. Let's see if they can find a way to tie this rubber game.
You know, Dero, this is one of those, if you could win game 4 of this series and walk away with a split, you almost feel like you won this series. This is a big one here today.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Standing in, Logan Forsythe. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. First pitch coming. Here it is. In there. Now the throw. And it's behind the runner to first. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A wave and a miss. A tick behind a good fastball.
2 mid-90s fastballs and you're down 0-2. This is where you got to take a deep breath and pot commit. You're either all in on another fastball or you're finding a way to stay back to attack something off speed.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Focusing on this lineup, Matt, one thing jumps out at me. They are going to have to be good at situational hitting. The guy on the opposition right now on the bump has been throwing the ball great. He's not going to give him anything. I know in today's game everybody's trying to go deep, but I'm telling you, a good hit and run, taking that extra bag today might be the difference between winning and losing.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
Started to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will retire the side. Braves go down quietly. Still no score. Next for the Mets, Johnny Damon. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Johnny Damon.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Heavy sinker just stayed inside. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
And a good eye there by Damon. Back even at 2-2.
Well, that rain is really coming down right now. It's raining cats and dogs. You got to make sure you don't step in a poodle. That's as hard as I've seen it rain all afternoon. Everyone, it's so much harder to concentrate when it rains.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. And check out the left side of this infield. You think the pitching staff's not going to want to pitch the righties in to pull and the lefties away to go the other way to the left side? That's because everything's getting caught on the left side of this infield. Should be fun to watch.
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor it.
Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Gordon has it in his tracks. And that's the second out of the inning. Stepping up now, Luke Voigt. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he lays off there, 1-0. Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Ground ball foul down the left side. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Down in order go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's Justin Upton now. Previous history with German Marquez. He's a .333 hitter.
Justin Upton.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Salvador Perez.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Liner towards second. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done. On to first, and they get the double play.
It's really important to be a second baseman and have some athletic ability. And how about this right here? He goes up high to snag this line drive that was definitely headed to the outfield for a base hit.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit.
Batting 7th, right fielder.
At the plate, Josh Reddick. First offering on its way. Check swing called strike. 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
When I see guys check swinging, they're not seeing the baseball. They're not picking it up. You got to take a step back. The only thing you tell yourself in this situation is do not move your head.
Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. One left for Atlanta. We'll move to the third with no score. At the plate, Eduardo Nunez. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. (2-0) to Eduardo Nunez.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
Set to deliver on 2-1. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. The 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Into the corner and slicing foul. Two and two to the Mets catcher.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
And a swing and a miss and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Striding in, Joey Wendell. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. The 1-1 home. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. This is hit out to right. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. When we come back, Evan Longoria will start things off. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Stepping in, Evan Longoria. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch here is hit off to the right side and fouled. It's strike 1. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now. Chopped weakly to the left. Nunez comes up with it. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. 1 away. Happy to have you along here on the show on a fine Sunday afternoon as you take a look at our upcoming schedule for the week to come. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. He went deep in the contest last night. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Bouncer up the middle. Bogarts has it. Tough throw to first. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. But hold on here now. He jumped out of that dugout in a hurry. He might ask for that out call to be reviewed.
Yeah, he may, Matt, but I think he'll see what his replay guys think first. Looking at it again, man, I can't tell for sure if he was out or not. Tough call.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
The Braves have elected to challenge.
All right, we'll take one last look at it here. The question is there enough video evidence to change the call to safe? And wow, from that look at it, I think he did beat that throw. This challenge might work out for him.
The decision appears to have been made as the headset comes off, and the runner is safe. So the call is overturned. The runner will stay at first base, and they maintain the right to challenge further plays going forward.
And the batter's ruled safe.
Here's D. Gordon now, as he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Popped him up. Bogaerts onto the grass. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Digging in to try it again. Logan Forsythe. 0 for 1 here in the early going. From the stretch. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Up next for Atlanta.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there, but the outfielder does a really good job, D-Row, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long single.
Yeah, and also nice job by the base runner not there. Not putting his head down, being over-aggressive and getting thrown out at second base. He saw the play happening in front of him and put the brakes on and got back for a base hit.
Yeah, D-Row, I think he would have been toast if he tried to stretch that one into a double.
Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Strike 2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Now a hard liner. The 0-2 once more. Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. 2 left for Atlanta. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Here's Elvis Andrus now. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
The 1-2. Drilled down the line. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2. There's Kinsler at second. Right to him. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And you can see the top 2 pitch velocities here. 96 on one hand versus a still respectable 92 on the other. Here's the first pitch to him. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Hit hard to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. And that's the second out. Next will be the cleanup hitter. Shohei Ohtani comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tough slider down low for a strike. Softly on a line to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Ready now, Justin Upton. He singled his last time up.
Fielder, Justin Upton.
First offering on its way. Takes a good curveball at the knees. And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Upton is below the Mendoza line. Batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Matty, he struggled against right-handed pitching all season long, but he just needs a few knocks today, maybe to get the confidence going. I don't think this is the norm for this ball player.
Hard hit ball to second. And this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Hit in the air down the right field line. Number 20 is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now batting.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. A base hit in his first trip.
Crawford.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Check swing grounder to the right side. But a foul ball here, 0-1. 0-1 pitch on its way. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike.
He dropped that curveball in for a strike right there. But don't kid yourself, that's a dangerous pitch. He needs to start thinking about maybe working that back door, or that could get some serious damage done to it.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Lots of room out there for Damon as he takes it for out number 2. So stepping in, Josh Reddick. First time up, he went down looking.
Reddick.
He's set. Here it comes. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Braves strand 1 through 4. Still tied, 0-0. So digging in now, Johnny Damon. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Counts even, a ball and a strike to Johnny Damon. And that misses. 2-1. Here it comes. Down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting. Left fielder.
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch changeup, chopped foul right at the plate for the first strike. To first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting.
Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Digging in now, Luke Voit. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Behind 0-2 now. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Foul. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. That's to first. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He sure does. Make it 14 in a row set down now. Carving him up as the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. Halfway home, still no score. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Evan Longoria.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line towards center field. And that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
First pitch on its way. Strike one to start the at-bat. No runs, 7 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Now this is slowly hit to short, probably too slowly to get to. And indeed, he won't look at second. He'll just flip it on over to first to take the sure out.
Center fielder, number 9.
Here's D. Gordon now. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit back up the middle. Bogaerts has it. And there's out number 2. Striding forward now is the DH, Logan Forsythe. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And Damon will put this one safely away to retire the side. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Into the box now, Eduardo Nunez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a strike. Sinker stayed high but called for a strike.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2. You've got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Upton going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting,
digging in, Benito Santiago. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Change up that catches the corner for strike 1. Santiago, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was selected in the 3rd round during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
Sliding stop by Kinsler. He is out.
When the guy in the mound is working on a no-no this late, every play is exciting and stressful for the fielders. We'll see if they can continue making the plays behind him.
And that'll bring up Joey Wendell. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
You know, it's great to be patient, make a pitcher work and all that stuff to try to get walks, but you have to be ready to hit. And that was a really hittable pitch. And
he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. Mets go down 1-2-3. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Digging in once again, Fred McGriff. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
First baseman, Fred McGriff.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
First pitch on its way to Upton. Sends that one out of play for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a soft liner, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher when you can't go one way. When you pitch a guy in, he pulls it. When you throw it away, he hits it the other way. He's having that ability right now just to be able to get the barrel to it, and he's having a real strong beginning of this season. Standing in now, Brandon Crawford. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one. Over to third, but it's thrown away.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center, and that's going to fall for a base hit. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late, and he's safe.
Up next for Atlanta, third baseman, Evan Longoria.
So coming to the plate, Evan Longoria. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And Longoria won't be given a chance here as he's walked intentionally.
The second baseman, number 5, Ian Kinsler.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. One of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Base is juiced now with 2 away. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Well, trying to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. Back to SunTrust Park following this. Back here at SunTrust Park, 7th inning straight ahead with the Braves leading this one. But before we get it started, let's take a look there at the game summary to this point. Here's Elvis Andrus now. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Striding in once again, Xander Bogaerts. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Two balls and no strikes for Bogaerts.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter. and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
And they'll just make him throw one over here. 3-1. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. In there, and it's full 3-2.
3-2.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard liner to center field. And that's a base hit. So the no-hit bid ends here in the 7th. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game. So the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, Dero. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game. But from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
On his way out to the mound now is the Atlanta skipper. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first.
Your attention, please. Now
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. Next up, the two-way Japanese import, Shohei Ohtani. 1-0 the count. Now the 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
That was one of the easiest takes he'll have all year, and it puts him in a great hitter's count. He's got to take advantage of this situation.
Outside, 3-0 now. 3-0 pitch on its way. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. And Upton's got this one. 2 away now.
Now batting. Center fielder.
Striding into the box, Johnny Damon. He was a ground out victim last time up. First pitch coming, here it is. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. Bogaerts leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worried.
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
And a good eye there by Damon. Back even at 2-2. And a slider, called strike 3 as he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. Braves bullpen does their part. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Braves 1 and the Mets nothing. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. D. Gordon. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. 0-1 the count. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Bogaerts to his left. He's there. And close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number one.
Logan.
Coming forward now is the Braves' designated hitter, Logan Forsythe. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. Popped straight up. And no one can get there. He'll try it again. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first, he's digging for second. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are falling right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game open.
Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted in the air out to left field. Chu has a read on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
From left fielder, number 8.
Here's Justin Upton now. First pitch on its way. No balls and 1 strike.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Here's the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 2 out with the man at first. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. 1 left for Atlanta, but they're up 1-0. Stepping up to the plate, Shin-Soo Choo, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
No balls and a strike to count. Comes set and the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. And into center field, a base hit. So early trouble here to start the 8th inning.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Quick check on that tying run at first, and he'll dive back in. And he goes the other way, but he got a lot of it deep down the line. And as Mets fans have heard before, that ball's out of here. So a 2-run homer down the line in right as they've taken a 1-run lead. Into the box now, Eduardo Nunez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Base is empty here with nobody out. Flares this one over toward first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
You know, they say there are no bad hops on the ball in the air, but you wouldn't know it after that play. I'm not sure what caused him to completely miss that pop-up. It doesn't really matter. His pitcher's going to have to pick him up now.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Number 31 enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 31, Rob Mann.
In now, Benito Santiago, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Nunez on at first, nobody out. Splitter taken here, 2-1. On a rope to the second baseman, and the runner gets back, no double play.
Now batting, second baseman.
And that'll bring up Joey Wendell, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Slider, and that thing comes in at 89 on the radar gun. A ball and 2 strikes now. Runner goes for second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw, and he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Justin Turner will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Orlando Cepeda will stay in the ball game now and take over in left field.
Number 30, Orlando Cepeda.
Coming to the plate now, Salvador Perez. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The windup and the 0-1. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Cepeda arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down.
The shortstop, Brandon.
Stepping in, Brandon Crawford. He steps in off a base hit in his last at bat. First offering on its way. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Cepeda moves over, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. Singled homer run in his last time up. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Cepeda is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Braves. They still trail it here 2-1. Here's Elvis Andrus now.
Leading off with the bat, the designated hitter, Elvis.
He's set, and the pitch. Hit back up the middle. And this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the 9th.
Hey, this looks like it could be a potential add-on inning here in the ninth. Add-on gives some breathing room to their pitcher going into the bottom of the inning, D-Row.
Yeah, you love when the offense stays aggressive. And you also like giving your relief pitcher a chance to breathe a little bit, not having to come out there with just a one-run lead.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Swing and a little tapper. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline.
You can tell his eyes lit up at the plate right there. He was not able to control his emotions, stay up the middle, and keep that one fair.
Very weakly on the ground. Swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Next up, the two-way Japanese import Shohei Ohtani. On the move is Upton. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Into the box now, Johnny Damon 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. First offering on its way. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball, 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. Upton is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Mets strand 1. They still lead it 2-1. Pete Verano is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Bottom of the ninth, third baseman, Evan Longoria.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hit to short. Gloved by Bogaerts. Throw on to first takes care of Kinsler here for out number 2.
Center fielder, number 9.
Here's D. Gordon now. Ready. Here's the first offering. Check swing grounder to the right side. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
You know what we call that? We call that clean living. To get a knock on a check swing does not happen often. This guy obviously had some good karma coming his way.
Stepping in now, Logan Forsythe. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Here's the 0-1. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Quick check on that tying run at first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Final strike for the Braves. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
Pitching and defense game 2-1 the final score this afternoon. The Mets earned the victory despite only collecting 4 total hits. German Marquez gets the win on the mound, his first of the year, as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Victor Arano earns the save out of the bullpen, his 3rd of the campaign. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.